I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Good evening. My name is Terry Hopkins, principal of Tarboro High School. And before we begin the ceremony, we would like to pause for a moment of silence for one of our Tarboro High School students, JT Winstead, the students in our Southwest High School community, and one of our teachers, Ms. Linda Drawn, that passed away this school year. The floral arrangement positioned in front of the podium has 2 roses to represent the student and teacher. The red rose for Ms. Drawn and the white rose for JT. Would you please join me in a moment of silence to honor all of these individuals? Thank you.
In accordance with the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services recommendation that all individuals wear face coverings in school settings, we ask that you keep your mask on at all times during this evening's ceremony. Edgecombe County Public Schools thanks you for your cooperation and understanding as we continue to keep the health and safety of our students, staff, families, and community our top priority. Good evening. I am J.Lo Lyons, Vice President of the Class of 2021. To our parents, family members, and friends, welcome to our graduation commencement. We are excited to be here tonight and thankful to each of you for helping us reach this milestone.
Good evening. I am Tamia Everett, treasurer of the class of 2021. I have the honor of introducing our guests on the stage this evening. Mr. Terry Hopkins, principal. Dr. Hillary Boutwell, assistant principal. Mr. LaShawn Jenkins, assistant principal. Dr. Valerie Bridges, superintendent. Dr. Abby Askew, assistant superintendent. Ms. Charlene Picknick, assistant superintendent. Dr. Robert Bax, director of secondary education. Reverend Raymond Privet, board of chair. Ms. Ann R. Kent, vice chair. Mr. William Ellis, board member. Dr. Evelyn Johnson, board member. Ms. Marva G. Scott, board member. Dr. Evelyn S. Wilson, board member. Thank you all for joining us on our special evening.
Welcome and Congratulations to our 2021 Tarboro High School graduates. We are here today to celebrate you and your accomplishments. I would like to acknowledge a few people and thank them for their support of the graduates. I'd like to thank our Edgecombe County Public School Board of Education members. Thank you for your commitment to young people and making decisions that benefit not just their lives today, but will enhance their lives in the future. Thank you to Mr. Terry Hopkins, the principal of Tarboro High School, Dr. Hillary Boutwell, and Mr. LaShawn Jenkins, which are both assistant principals. Thank you all for being an amazing team of stellar leaders that lead with your head, your heart, and your hands. Thank you to our Tarboro High School staff for your grit and rigor. This has been a tough school year, and you have been endless in your commitments to teaching and learning. They've been amazing. Thank you for your dedication and love of our students. And last, and certainly not least, thank you to our families, our guardians, caretakers, and friends that have supported our graduates throughout their educational journey. You've been with them through all of the transitions, and you've continued to support them through their ups and their downs. 4 years ago, you all walked through the doors as eager young freshmen, entering a new place and a new space that would soon capture many memories over the course of your high school journey. Entering the doors to make your mark, and beyond that, to graduate from high school and pursue your future dreams. As with any journey, life can present us with many twists, turns, and in some cases, even detours. However, as one writer once said, the race is not given to the swift or to the strong, but to those who endure until the end. Enduring to the end helps us to be successful despite our challenges. Challenges? Some may say, what challenges might you experience as a high school student? Understood by some, surprised by many. Yes, high school students can experience challenges too. Starting a new school year, that could be a challenge. Making new friends, another challenge. Being honest with a friend and telling them something not so positive can be a challenge. Managing a hectic schedule, a challenge. Transitioning into adulthood, another challenge. And last, and certainly not least, coronavirus, the challenge of all challenges. The challenge that has impacted our society as a whole, causing things not to go as we planned. School closure, shelter in place, social distancing, mask wearing, and so many other considerations that have impacted the way we do business. This global pandemic has caused everyone to get used to what we call a new normal. But how does all this impact you personally? As the THS graduating class of 2021, it impacts you by issuing both direct and indirect challenge to adapt and bounce back when things don't go as planned. Bouncing back when things don't go as planned, that makes you resilient. According to the Latin origin, resilience is knowing how to bounce back from adversities and life's challenges. Resilience is not something limited to the rich and the famous. It's not limited to seasoned adults. It's a trait, it's a skill, it's a characteristic that can belong to anyone. It's something any of us can do. We just need some practice. So I want to use my favorite poem to explain how we assure success and resilient behavior. There are times in life when we try and we fail. We don't hit the mark. When we don't achieve the goal that we set out to achieve. Well, what do? Should we give up? Of course not. We know we shouldn't, but sometimes the task seems too hard to achieve and the challenge seems too overwhelming to bear. Tarboro High School graduates, I say to you in the words of Portia Nelson, this is a poem entitled There's a Hole in My Sidewalk. It has 5 short chapters. Chapter 1. I walk down the street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in. I am lost. I am helpless. It's not my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. Chapter 2. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe it. I'm in the same place, but it isn't my fault. It still takes a long time to get out. Chapter 3, I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it is there. I still fall in. It's a habit, but my eyes are open. I know where I am. It is my fault. I get out immediately. Chapter 4, I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. And chapter 5, I walk down another street. This poem helps us to understand life's many obstacles, but it also shows us how to adapt to change, be flexible, make better choices, and that failure is not a destination. We may have to walk down a different sidewalk or a different street. You may have to change the way you do things or make better choices to make your future successful. But remember that your Edgecombe County family is here to help. So scholars, I challenge you to continue being resilient in the face of adversity. I challenge you to turn crisis into opportunity, and I challenge you to be a pace setter, setting forth a model to imitate. Remember, against all odds, we can find the strength to overcome any drama with our resilience. Class of 2021, I salute you, those who have been resilient in the face of great diversity. Congratulations, and enjoy the remainder of your graduation day. And remember, your super proud superintendent, Dr. B, loves you.
Good evening. I am Kintasia Pittman, Senior Secretary Class. This evening, we would like to recognize several seniors who have earned the privilege of wearing honor cords. With the seniors wearing white cords, please stand. This cord signifies that a student is a North Carolina honor graduate having a weighted grade point average of a 3.8 or higher during their 4 years of high school. You may be seated. Seniors wearing black cords, please stand. This cord signifies that a student has earned the distinction of North Carolina Academic Scholars having an unweighted grade point average of a 3.5. You may be seated. Seniors wearing a gold honor cord, please stand. This cord signifies membership in our National Honor Society. You may be seated. Seniors wearing a silver honor cord, please stand. This cord signifies membership in the Career and Technical Honor Society. You may be seated. Seniors wearing a black and gold braided cord, please stand. This cord signifies their membership in the National Senior Beta Club. Tarboro High School is recognized as a National School of Merit with this organization. Members having a weighted grade point average of a 2.5 or higher exemplifies worthy character and have maintained a commendable attitude during their time at Tarboro High School. You may be seated. Seniors wearing a blue honor cord, please stand. This cord signifies those who earn a distinguished graduate from Air Force Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps. You may be seated. We, the members of Class of 2021, humbly request your cooperation in order to ensure the dignity of our graduation ceremony. Each one of us has earned the right to respectfully hear our names being called clearly. Once supporters cheer and yell for one student, it drowns out the announcement for the next student's name, forever taking away our special moment. Therefore, I ask and thank you in advance for your kind consideration of others not to applaud, yell, clap, cheer, or call out names. Once all graduates' names have been called, in the row, there will be an opportunity to applaud and congratulate the class of 2021. Thank you for your full cooperation.
Buenas noches. Solicitamos humildemente su cooperación para garantizar la dignidad de nuestra ceremonia de graduación. Cada estudiante se ha ganado el derecho de escuchar respetuosamente sus nombres con claridad. Por favor, les pedimos esperar hasta el final de cada fila, cuando los graduados sean llamados para aplaudir, felicitar y celebrar la promoción del 2021. Les agradezco de antemano por su amable y total consideración. Gracias.
Good evening. Fellow seniors, today we are gathered to celebrate the hard work and patience and diligence of the class of 2021. There have been hundreds of moments made and laughs shared among us throughout this journey. But of course, part of the journey is the end. The past year and even the past few days have shown many of us that things in our lives can change in the blink of an eye. So as Tarboro High School graduates, I want to leave 3 thoughts with you as you venture into your new beginnings. THS. The T stands for take. Take advantage of opportunities because you may not have them again. Take the things that you want instead of waiting for them to be handed to you. And take care of yourself. Take care of yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Life will present you with many obstacles, and still take those. Hope for the best and make do with what you get. Do not settle for the could-haves, the should-haves, and the would-haves of life. Take the chances that are presented to you and make something happen. The H stands for hone. Hone in on your talents and skills. Take the things that you are interested in and that you are good at and run with them. Work to sharpen those skills so that they bring you to a point of success and happiness in your future lives. Hone your skills through creativity and taking constructive criticism so that you can do whatever it takes to be better and to do whatever makes you successful. Hone in on those talents so that they take you far in the direction of your choosing. Lastly, S, show up. Showing up is more than being on time for work or showing up physically for class. Showing up is being present in mind, body, and soul. Showing up means showing up for the people in your lives. Show up for your family, your friends, and most importantly, show up for yourself. Showing up means being present when things are hard, when they're easy, when they're good, and when they're bad. And still making the effort to do your best and to be better. T, take, H, hone, and S, show up. THS. Those 3 things that I hope and pray resonate with you as we prepare to venture into our new lives. In regards to high school, we've reached the end of the line. Congratulations to my fellow classmates, and may God bless you in all of your future endeavors.
Graduates, it's been a pleasure and indeed a privilege to serve as your principal this academic year. On behalf of the faculty and staff, we wish you the very best as you impact the world. With so many challenges and obstacles that you faced throughout your high school years, tonight shows your resilience. As you make your journey towards excellence, remember to live, laugh, and love. Live life, live happy, live life to your fullest, and enjoy the journey. Laugh hard. A day without laughter is a day wasted. And a smile is a curve that sets everything straight. And most importantly, love. Love hard and love beyond words. A small inspirational quote from Maya Angelou says, "People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." And at this time, we will have the presentation of diplomas and certificates.
Fernanda Lizette Alonso Palacios. Cortiana Keisha Austin. Nikira Jadasia Andrews. Jamal Rashad Armfield. Troy Timothy Babb. Kenaja Aranique Baker. Emmanuel Demarius Barnes. Kanisha Sharice Battle. Daquana Elizabeth Berth. Kenazius Jackie Black. Nicholas Niles Boyd. Alyssa Trishelle Brake. Jasmine Jade Brown. Messiah Nibertha Tiana Brown. Bryce Andrew Browning. Kiesia Jaretha Bryant. Jalen Allen Kane. Dawson Lane Cherry. Sincere Qualisa Clark. Ariana Nisha Cohen Austin. Heaven Ayana Matrell Coleman. Shemaya Shanae Collins. Cesar Contreras Alvarado Jr. Ashanae Monique Davis. Damian Jashawn Davis. Tierra Kenye Dickens. Cameron Nazir Dickens. Summer Antonasia Drawn. Jonathan Hunter Driver. Sanaya Rayshawn Everett. Tamia Donella Everett. Tanaya Chantrice Everett. Naji Ahmad Farmer. Jakaya Kani Farmer. My apologies. Jakaya Kani Fenner. Jemiah Danae Ferguson. Jalen Devon Ferguson. Amari Sky Foreman. Jasmine Truel Foreman. Quanzavius Marquise Foreman. Marger Garcia Rauda. Demir Lamar Gary Jr. Elijah Tyrese Goodwin. Nyla J. Guilford. Kenai Okobi Gunter. Nibria O'Shea Gunter. Gina Renee Harris.
Ladies and gentlemen, if we can please remain silent so that the students and their families can hear their name. Trinity Alasia Hathaway. Kenijah Shayon Heath. Germania Shailran Hedgepeth. Janaea Renee Hinton. Janaya Marie Hinton. Isis Ayana Horn. Osiris Linnell Horn. Brandy Michelle Horton. Jemiah Regine Hyman. Tylasha Shamira Jacobs. Tisaya Janice Johnson. Travis Tyrell Johnson, Jr. Janiah Lene Jones. Tajaya Kistaja Jones. Anaya Kyrie Joseph. Jacavian Malik Joyner. Danielle Page Keel. William Hunter Keel.
Jariq Sincere Knight. Taekwon Deontay Lewis. Angel Jatara Lloyd. J-Lo Riasia Lyons. Olajane Johness McNeil. John Dylan Mizell. Tristan Cole Mizell. Ikea Sharice Moore Thomas. Krishana Latera Morris. Evan Paul Morris. Jalea Michelle Moulton. Azaria Zakis Petaway. Quantasia Jayana Petaway. Kenarius Montrell Pitt. Quantavis LaTroy Pitt. Xavion Sincere Pitt. Zenaria Antronique Pitt. Anila Nicole Pittman. Alacia Ray Pittman. Correction, Alicia Ray Pittman. Kintasia Tynee Pittman. Quinzavius Jaquez Pittman. Zaquarius Nashawn Poole. Timothy Lee Powell, Jr. Shamani Margaret Prescott. Jalen Javon Razor. Kamias Mikael Robinson. Leilani Ari Rush. Jordan Tremaine Sartor. Tiana Malaysia Scott. Javion Deontay Shaw. Dejanay Smith. Franklin Dwayne Jakari Avion Smith. Nalexia Kalia Smith. Demetria Dantasia Renee Staten. Denisha Brianna Staten. Lindasia Quishay Staten. Austin Blake Swain. Micaiah Armani Taylor. Makai Damani Taylor. Tamasha Ayana Thigpen. Evan Turner Thorne. Brendan Chandler Vaughn. Aldo Vasquez Aldello. Matthew Charles Warren. Nathaniel Isaiah Webb. Taiwan Tyleek Willer. Tanaya Catherine White. Armani LeSean Whitehead. Ashley Blake Whitehurst. Haley Brooke Whitehurst. Savion Akeem Wiggins. Quamari Demond Wilkins. Micaiah Alexi Willoyd. Amaya Latrell Williams. Ayana Monet Williams. Jaquan McCoy Williams. Kayla Monique Williams. Kadarius Calvon Williams. Taylor Lee Williams. Matthew Wayne Wilson.
One more time. I know you can do better than that. Give it up for our graduates. there. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. Will all graduates please stand? To the Superintendent, Dr. Bridges, and to the Edgecombe County Board of Education, the students who stand before you have met and far exceeded the requirement set by the State Board of Education for high school graduation. So by the power vested in me, by the Edgecombe County Board of Education and the state of North Carolina, I now pronounce you graduates of Tarboro High School with all rights and privileges afforded hereby. Will everyone please join me in saluting Tarboro High School's newest graduates? We will now have the turning of the tassels by our Vice President.
Good evening, my fellow classmates. When thinking of words to say to my peers, the only thing that comes to mind is Kamala Harris saying, "We did it, Joe." You're gonna be the next president of the United States. But I'll just leave it at, we did it, friends. We're going to be the next generation to change the world. Congratulations, y'all. Now the moment we've been waiting for, the symbolic turning of the tassels represent the transition from candidate to graduate. Now, fellow graduates, you may turn your tassels!
Good evening. I am Elijah McNeil, President of Class of 2021. Please bow your head and join me in a prayer. God, our hearts are filled with gratitude as we graduate from Tarboro High School. Thank you for the experiences that have expanded our minds and enriched our hearts. We recognize these diplomas as rewards for all our hard work and a blessing from you. As we move forward, let us not forget to keep our work in the right perspective in life. Some of our futures are still undecided, but we can find hope in Jeremiah 29:11, which states, "For I know the plan I have for you, saith the Lord, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you hope in the future." Father, as we launch into the next phase in our lives, please grant us the courage of the strong, the endurance of a marathon runner, and the hope of the young, and grant us with the wisdom of the saved. And this is my prayer and the blessings to my fellow graduates. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine bright upon your face, and may the rain fall soft upon your feet. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hands. On behalf of graduating class of Tarboro High School, I ask all this in Jesus' name. May everyone say amen. Amen.